Hello. Hello, and welcome back to another lovely episode of Way of the Hunter. You might be wondering, KRM now? This game has cars? The answer would be yes. Also, why the radio isn't working despite it actually switching songs, I also don't know the answer to. And before you ask, no, this isn't a normal episode where we just wander about and kill everything we see. No, we're going to... Okay. I was about to pick a new spot because I didn't know where this was going, but we found a road. Now you see, I have my lunch or breakfast I guess, right here beside me. Now we're gonna drive over there to that hunting blind, and we're gonna have some fun. And fun fact about this game, you can roadkill animals. Yeah, before I fully grasped the... Haha. Yeah, before I fully grasped, like, the how-tos of catching animals and sneaking up on them and stuff, I kind of just drove around until I got lucky and rammed headlong into animals. Took out an entire herd of elk like that and harvested them all. It does not give you hardly anything, by the way, so I don't recommend doing that. It is probably the least effective way to kill an animal. I have yet to kill something with a bow yet, so I can't clarify on like how good or bad some of these methods are. But I can tell you that this is probably going to be bumpy. Can this make it? Oh, it can! Let's go. Wait, I did turn on the recording, right? I did, okay. But, yeah. Ooh. Bumpy right here. I do say, for a hunting game, their driving mechanic is surprisingly smooth. Did I get out? This button, okay. Okay, so, we have Chick-fil-A for breakfast. Got ourselves a chicken mini, some hash browns, and of my own accord I have a frappuccino. Yeah, the frappuccino came out of my own fridge. Yummers. So we're gonna sit here while I eat, and hopefully we find something to shoot at. If not, oh well. I mean, we did just drive here. Call of the Wild, driving somewhere, typically is a death sentence to your chances of shooting something. I mean, seriously, in Call of the Wild, if you even hop on one of the four-wheelers, there goes any chance you had at shooting anything in the area you are in. Yeah, the chocolate's been gathering at the bottom because I've just kind of had it sitting in my fridge. And if you just let them sit for long enough, eventually the chocolate kind of starts condensing at the bottom. Is it chocolate? I don't know. That might actually be what the mocha is. I think mocha is a type of chocolate, isn't it? Yum. Well, anyway, we have some fun news for today. After this video, we kill something that I'm uploading because this is like just one of my chat and talk kind of ones. After this, I'm going to do some homework, if I have any. I don't know if I do or not. That's why I'm checking. Then, I have 2 games. One of them, actually, well, they're both not really new, but one of them I played way back when and never actually finished it. Yeah, pretty far in it. But it is the sequel to Outlast. I mean, not Outlast, Life is Strange. Life is Strange 2. Where I personally think is such a better game. And then we have a second sequel of a video series we have already made on this channel, The Last of Us Part 2. It recently came out for free on PlayStation, so you know me, I love free things. Well, anyway. If anyone is in here watching this part of the video, how's your day been? How? You been chillaxing, having fun? I hope so. My audience deserves the best. No. Something I learned, though, between both Call of the Wild and this game, Way of the Hunter, there's a very interesting part of data that is something you should probably take note of if you're getting into one of these games. It's that blinds and, like, standing in one place for so long is, like, the worst way to go about hunting. And then maybe if you want something significantly more realistic than just wandering about and hoping to find something to shoot at. Maybe. But I think it's just such a weird thing, like, in real life, animals don't have specific times they show up to eat or drink, right? They just kind of show up when they're hungry or thirsty. I mean, that's what hunting is. Like, if you have a deer feeder or something, and you are feeding the deer, sometimes they don't show up the entire day. Like, you can see that. Like, there's a pile of corn or feed or whatever you're using to give them. There'll be a small pile on the ground. Maybe raccoons or birds will get it, but typically you can tell if it's a deer that's gotten into it. Another time, multiple deer will drop by in the span of an hour or 2. Like, the animals don't have a set time to do anything. I mean, that's why it's a common thing to not go out hunting, like, the day after a full moon. Because there was so much light, a lot of the deer don't end up sleeping and they just keep foraging and eating. So they sleep the day. Is that true? I don't know. I don't typically hunt after full moons, though, so maybe it is true, maybe it's not. Could not tell you. Yeah, I am excited to start the 2 series that I'm going to be starting later today. Because Outlast, I loved Outlast 1. It was a great game. Now, I only know one thing about Outlast 2, and if you don't know, spoiler. If you do know, then this won't be that much of a spoil. Oh, are those birds? That was a... If you didn't see that, rewind like a second or two and look to the left side of the screen, just above the river, to the right of where the clouds are forming just now. There's like a little flock of birds that I saw go through. Sorry, where was I? Oh yeah. So, spoiler alert, if you don't know, but if you don't care, or you found out, because I'll be honest, I was never really planning to play Outlast 2, Outlast, The Last of Us 2, because I felt like Outlast 1 finished the story well enough, like, they did good. And The Last of Us Part 2 came out, and so many people were complaining about it, and I was just like, I prefer to stick with what I know and liked than to go into something else. But the main thing I gathered is that at the end of what I believed was a revenge story, you don't get the revenge. Your character, Ellie, lets Abby, or whatever her name is, get away. I won't get into too much detail in case someone really doesn't know and they don't want to be spoiled. But yeah. But my friend thinks, well, they say the whole point of the game was to realize that you were a monster just seeking vengeance. And I say, if someone did what that person did to me, they would have had a much worse fate than just death. Like, let's be serious. Like, really? I get it. After going through everything they did, they probably realized they were doing some bad things. Let's be honest. But it is fully justifiable in that situation. Like, if it had been like, oh, we hurt someone, or did something like on like a much lesser scale, then maybe I could see them letting them go as like, self-reflection, like, okay, I don't want to be the bad person. But come on. Like, sure, you do some bad things to do it, but you have a force of vengeance at that point. Like, That's why I think you should be able to choose to kill her or let her live. Like, if you really feel like it's not worth it to kill her at that point, like you've gone too far, which, let's be honest, if you've gone that far, might as well kill the one person you're after, right? Or not. That's y'all's decision. Because, you see, I'm a very tit-for-tat kind of man. If something happens to me, like if someone does something to me, I'm going to try to have it done back to them. Oh, and onto the other game is Life is Strange 2. Compared to The Last of Us, which is very mixed signals, mixed reviews, yada yada yada, Last of Us 2, in my opinion, so much better than the first game. Because your character is still a little insufferable, but your character through the course of the game is forced to grow. So you don't stay the same whiny little brat the entire game who, I believe, canonically, sacrifices the entire town for one person. Which is such a horrible move, like, really. ugh, just sad. However, on the second one, your character, I'll just give a loose guide from what I know. Your character's dad dies in a very, very strange manner. I mean, life is strange. It's gonna be strange. So your character and his little kid brother have to go on the move. They're hiding from the cops. They're running away from the law. They're your everyday Johnny Outlaw. And throughout the course of the game, unlike the last one where it's like, this person's going to remember this, it's the little brother is going to remember this. Like, the things you do, or you encourage him or discourage him to do, are things that will show up later. Like, for example, in one part of the game, because I played it way back when, and I never finished it, because I was... Actually, I wonder how I'm going to have to do that, because there's a portion of this game that has nudity. And I am not one to be known for censoring, so... So, I guess I'll put like a warning on the video that has nudity, or videos, I don't know. But yeah. Back then, I was playing that like kind of fresh off the press, like it was only a year or two old by that point. I think, actually, when did Life is Strange 2 come out? Let's see. Life is Strange 2. Kind of wanting to see what the date is. Release 2018. Not bad. Not bad. And you can play the entire game for $15 on Steam. On Apple, Windows, and Steam? What does that mean? It must mean like, that you can play like off the Steam website itself. That's pretty cool, I guess. Oh. "18 minutes of eating and I'm only like halfway done with this. To be fair, I've been talking a lot more than I've been eating. But yeah, 18 would have been... Ooh. Okay, so I believe in 2021, I was 17 to 18. That's when I graduated high. So I was probably about 14 to 15 whenever this game came out, and I was playing it about like a year or so after. So I was probably like 16 or 17, which kind of weird age to be playing a game with like boobs on the screen at home. Because I don't know if y'all remember or if y'all ever heard, but for most of the original Dark Souls and Bloodborne series, I believe, or at least the entirety of the Elden Ring series, I recorded that where I typically set up my PlayStation at home. before I got my new TV where I recorded like one, maybe two episodes. And also, great news. My family just got a new router. So whenever it comes to like winter break or something and I go back home, I can probably still keep outputting a decent amount of videos. Hopefully. But yeah. I don't know if you ever could hear, but sometimes while I was recording some of those early videos on this channel, especially because I didn't have like an actual mic now that has like some sound canceling and stuff, I would just record on my base controller in the living room TV because it was the biggest TV in the house. It was right by the router, so I had some pretty good connection. And sometimes my parents would be there and they'd be talking. And I wonder just how many conversations from my family got picked up into those videos. Because I know, like, for example, some, like the It Takes Two, not It Takes Two, the one where, the two series where me and my nephew played together. Those ones, I know for a fact you can hear my dad coming into the living room and talking. Because my nephew wanted to stay over and play video games with his favorite uncle. Sorry if another one of y'all uncles are out there. I'm the best. But yeah. He wanted to stay over, play some video games. So we played pretty late into the night, until like 12 or something. Maybe 1. I don't remember. But went to sleep, woke up next thing in the morning, finished recording the series. And I will say, to my genuine surprise, that was by far the fastest upload times I got at home ever. It's like the Elden Ring series. It typically took 1 to 2 days for each individual video to post, even the smaller ones. Which is, to me, crazy. But that weekend, or that 2-day span, we posted like I think significantly over 10, because I think both series were like about 7 to 8 episodes. So that was a lot of episodes that were generally like my normal amount of time. For an incredibly quick amount of like upload time. Like, I'm genuinely impressed. And also, I have heard one of my most favorite designed monsters in Monster Hunter has either come or is getting close to coming into Wilds, which is Gogmazios, a giant oil-filled, oil-covered monster that spits burning hot oil. Awesome monster, awesome design, really beautiful. I'm excited for when it comes out, because when it comes out, I'm going to re-download Wilds, and I'm going to kill that thing. I wonder what its armor is going to look like. Because it could just be like how I believe Gore Magala did it, where it's just a a rework and more modernized look of the old armor. Which, I mean, that would be fine, I guess, but I mean, they could do better now. They have significantly more stuff. They can do better now. And don't get me wrong, when it comes to that game, Armagala's armor still looks awesome, right? But they could have done better. Let's be honest. Like Capcom, they can hear this. This won't hurt their feelings. They have a lot of great things, and I'm waiting for like some of the weird, crazy, cool stuff they post to that game. Like, do you forget whenever they made a Monster Hunter movie for World? And they introduced the main character from the movie into the game. And like gave her like basic bone weapons, yada yada yada. And made her fight I will say this, ludicrously strong for no reason Rathalos. Which, to be fair, it wasn't hard to kill, it was just, it had way more health than it should have. Either that, or it was a normal big Rathalos with, like, tier 1 bone weapons. I don't know. But it was annoying. And I'm pretty sure there was, like, a limited time event in Monster Hunter World, too. Because I don't know if you could get back into that game and just do it again. Let's see. You got Xbox here? Yeah, I got Xbox on my phone. Maybe. You know it's been a while when you have to sign back in to your accounts. There we go. Come on. Hurry up and load. Oh boy. Here we go. My old Xbox account. Oh, people are following me? I followed myself 2 years ago? Hmm. 5 years ago. Man, looking at some of these, wow. I kind of forgot some of the people I played with back then. Wow. I forgot how many of my friends are still on Xbox since I made the big old switch to PlayStation. That is one thing I will say. I don't know if it was just like a me problem, but I had a ton of trouble recording anything for Xbox. And it's actually kind of funny. Anyway, how do I look at my home games from here? Okay. What were the last games good old KM Now was playing back in... When was this? 5 years ago? Okay, we were playing Dying Light, Siege, Apex, Minecraft, Monster Hunter World, all the Bioshocks. I had Dead by Daylight. Ooh. Does it tell me... I was playing it on Game Pass, okay. Does it tell me, like, when I played it last? Guess not. Okay, this one I owned. Maybe it'll tell me the actual hours I put into it. Monster Hunter World. No, it doesn't. I had 55 of the 98 trophies, though. That's pretty good. Is this going to show me... Okay, library. Games. Oh, I had Ubisoft Plus? Huh. I had Candy Crush? Growopala? Okay, some of these games I don't remember ever playing. I only had 16 games in my library? What? Because these are games I digitally bought or got for free. Oh. I totally forgot that's how that worked. Is there like a way to check my time on a game? This is weird looking at it like this. Oh, stats. Let's see. Time played 3 days. Okay. So 3 days, 10 hours, an hour. That's 8 days. 10 hours and 14 minutes. Okay, so 8 days in hours. That's 192 hours. So I played that game just over 200 hours. Wow. That's significantly less than I would have expected. I was Hunter rank 63. I'd hunted 355 large monsters. Master rank 37, so that means I was in Iceborne. Analyzed 5 special tracks. And did 36 SOS quests. I don't think PlayStation's mobile app gets that detailed in like what you did. Like, wow. So let's see. PlayStation app, game library. You have to scroll down a little bit. And there's Night Rain, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Quarry, and there's Wilds, Syndicate, Last of Us Part 1, Dead Space, Hunt Showdown. Hey, Dead by Daylight, I still got that one downloaded. Hey. Outlast, still got that one downloaded. Ooh. Wow, how far down is the world? Why am I saying that like I'm confused by it? I know it's one of like the first games I got. Yeah, there's only like... There's probably like 30 games before it, and most of those are free games. Okay. So does it tell me anything about what I played on it? Nope, not at all. I guess that is a win to Xbox. Tracking my amount of things I did in the game, along with the time from the mobile app. Good on them. I will say, that is impressive. I will say, I didn't like a lot of stuff Xbox did, especially with their controller. The controller design, it was so stupid to have one of the joysticks so much higher than the other. And I hate people who say, like, it's ergonomic. What, is one hand naturally longer than the other? No, don't be stupid. They just decided to put it that way because, like, old games or something were like that? I don't know. All I know is that it was stupid of them to make their controllers like that. But it wasn't too unplayable. I mean, I still played a lot of games. But I will say, though, I have a game that I wish I could still play. If I had the ability to play it, I would play it almost every day. I'm sad to say, if that game ever gets a sequel, or I guess a third franchise, third game, I'd probably be abandoning my friends on anything else for weeks. Because it is probably the only game I can, like, actively say with, like, a straight face that I kind of know lifed and played, like, almost constantly. And the best thing about it is, and I say this every time I remember and mention this game with my family, I got it from GameStop whenever I was like real little. And it was for the Wii. And I got it from GameStop because it was like on sale or something. And I went into the GameStop. I didn't find the game I wanted to get, which I don't even know what it was at this point. And I didn't want to come out of there empty-handed, so I grabbed that game, which was Endless Ocean Blue World. And my mom was like, "You are never going to play that, mark my word." It is still, probably to this day, my most played game. I played that game almost constantly, almost every day since I got it. Until I stopped playing the Wii whenever I got, like... I even still played the Wii whenever I had, like, my Xbox 360 and Xbox One. I only really stopped playing on the Wii in, like, my last year or two of Xbox One to my PlayStation 4 and then 1. Like, really. I'm gonna be fully honest. Nintendo, if any of your people are watching this video right now and you somehow make it this far in for no reason whatsoever, if you make a new Endless Ocean game, I will buy a Nintendo and play it immediately. I do not care. Even if it's just like a better looking version of one of the older games, Endless Oceans or Blue World, I will play them instantly. You want to know the fun thing is, though? Anyone watching this far? That game still has such a cult following that there is a petition. Which, let's be honest, nothing's going to come out of that petition. But there is a petition nonetheless with multiple thousands of votes to try and basically beg them to make a sequel to the game or bring the game out or like get the game like ports to Steam or something. Like, it's never gonna happen, but I would love if it did. Now the sad thing is, out of all the time I played that game, still never beat it. I was getting close by the time it was starting to phase off of the Wii, and I thought, because that's whenever I was turning into like my mid-teens, like 12 to 13, 14. And I thought, yeah, I'm not playing the Wii nearly as much as I used to. I'm playing more like mature games, like I'm not really playing like kind of Nintendo stuff anymore. Like, let's be fully honest, except for the weirdos who like play Nintendo their whole life round, most Nintendo games are very child-based. Like, There are a few ones that are the exceptions, but that's what they are, exceptions. But what's this sound? I've been yapping too much. I hear something near me. Okay, I don't know what I hear. I'll be honest. But yeah. And what was the thing? Oh yeah. In like the last years of me playing on that Wii, I decided. Also, Wii, amazing quality. I had that year since I mean that Wii since like I don't know, probably since like before I was 8. Like I was little. But yeah. I have to say, I believe I should probably finish the sentence I was on first, eh? But yeah, near the end of my time on the Wii, I tried to finish Endless Ocean, which I'd finished the story of it. And I'm talking about Blue World. I've sadly never played Endless Ocean 1. I've only played Blue World, which is the sequel. Which, to be fair, it's not really a sequel, it's more like another game in the series. Different characters and everything. But I had almost all of the like how do you say it all of the in-game content done except for one thing. Like I found, I believe it was like a cone, a giant, one of those giant ancient cone squid things. I found that. I found there was a ton of stuff that if you did it all right, you could find these things. Sometimes it required specific time, specific points to where you had to dive. Like some of them required finding things first. Some of them was just finding treasure, which I'll be honest, finding treasure was so annoying just because after some point you have to ignore some treasure, which means ignoring money, and going after things with specific frequencies, which was like metal, zinc, I think iron, wood. Like you had to focus on those specific things to actually find it, which I hated because I always felt like I was missing so much other stuff, even though I know I had most of it. So I did all that, did everything. All I needed to do was reopen the. There's in the game. There's this one place, a giant temple, that for the majority of the game you can find it and you can swim around the front of it, but you can never get in. There's not that much stuff outside of it, so it's just kind of like there for display. However, after you progress so far in the story, which I really want to go back in and watch the whole story. It was awesome. But at some point, you manage to get in. There's a whole different unique cast of things. Like there are the spider crabs. There's goblin sharks. A unique rare whale. I had every scanned item. That game was one item from completion, and that one creature was a slightly larger than average goblin shark that I missed on my first go through because I was starting to run out of oxygen because I was exploring the place so heavily. I was exploring the place so heavily that I ended up missing one thing that would cost me to never 100% that game. And it haunts me to this day. I had every other thing in that game done, except for that. And I hate it. And I was trying to raise the money back up, because whenever you beat the game, you have the option to raise a lot, and I mean a lot, of money to just go back and unlock the place, which would be awesome. But, sadly for me, my Wii kind of crapped out. Like, I would have given myself another week at most to 100% that game. And the Wii crapped out. Stopped working. Effectively, the little red ring of death for the Xbox 360, I got that for the Wii. Just stopped working. And there went my favorite game. No way to play it, because I can't find any emulators that easily work it. There probably are, but, you know, for a little tiny MacBook, probably not going to work. If it does, it probably won't work well. Just all in all, really sad. Because I loved that game, and I was this close, a hair's breadth away from platinuming it, getting, what is it, Crystal on Xbox or something? I don't remember. Like, I was inches away from the finish line. And then the engine gives out. I will never forgive the Wii for that. That Wii lasted so long. Like, and I'll be honest, a lot of my formative years in gaming were on the Wii. And I loved that. Like, a lot of people complain about how the Wii had some really weird stuff. Like, if you didn't know, which maybe you do, the Wii had some of the old Call of Duty games. Like Black Ops. I know Black Ops 1 and Modern Warfare, which I think was Modern Warfare 4 at the time. Not even remastered, just Modern Warfare 4. They had them on the Wii, which you had to control with the nunchuck and the Wii remote. I still remember hitting Z to aim. Oh, what was it? Z to aim, C to. Okay, so I know the trigger was to shoot. A was to, like, jump, I think, or something. I think C was grenade. I think. I could be wrong. It's been many years since I've even seen a Wii remote, let's be honest. Like, wow. Looking back is crazy. Like, I've gotten so used to the controls of, like, PlayStation. Before that, I was super used to Xbox controls. And now, because there's actually a place in my hometown where it's like a little birthday venue for kids. I've had to go there a few times for my nieces and nephews, mostly my nephews. And it's such an interesting thing, because they have PlayStation and Xboxes up there that you can play with, yada 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 yada. I don't like them because I don't want to put my password into any of them, so, haha. I just kind of vibe. Like, I just kind of sit up there with my nieces and nephews and relax, have fun. But it's such a weird thing, because that's whenever I realized how weird an Xbox controller was to me now. Like, I was so used to PlayStation now, that the Xbox felt so weird. It felt foreign in my hand. And oh, looks like I can get a kill for y'all yet. Really, what are the odds of that? Okay. Are you not gonna die from that? That was like a solid shot, too. There's no way that thing actually just survived that. So I love how good the flashlight in this game is. Like, just, oof, lights everything up. Call of the Wild, and barely see anything even with it on. Did I really fumble the bag that hard? Like, I thought that was a good shot, wasn't it? That should have been a lung shot, right? I'm not going crazy here, am I? What? Huh. Alright. I'll admit, that is an incredible... Oh, hello. We have a chance again. Okay, that one's a kill shot. I'm pretty sure the kill shot is only a kill shot whenever it pops at that giant bleed icon. So we got this one. Okay. Whew. I got a little worried there. Because we are on the 53. Okay, we have to hurry. Let's hope the Smoose didn't make it that far. And luckily it can't get into a zone we can't pick up because I've bought everything in this area. So we are good. We are... I don't like that moose was right there when I shot it, but okay. Okay. Okay, pretty good bleed. Pretty good bleed. Okay. You have to be kidding me. I gotta say, I'm really straining my eyes to find this blood. So we don't have that much time. Oh, we found some. Okay, last 5 minutes we can possibly record for. We really have to hurry. Luckily, I don't think it's ever taken me more than 5 minutes to... That's the blood. I don't think it's ever taken me more than 5 minutes to actually collect downed animal. And it's bleeding pretty heavily too. I don't think she made it this far, or he. I don't know what it is. Blood still going this way? Should be. Okay, hard turn. Okay, we're starting to quickly run out of time. Okay, hit here. Okay, here. Okay, back on track. Okay, still on it. Oh, we found it in the nick of time. Look at that. It's 57 and we have a total of 6 possible minutes. Okay, we aimed a little high on you, but to be fair, we did not get a good spot to shoot from. Right? You are a trophy level 1. It's better than nothing. And sell. Well, that was a race to the finish right there, eh? Well, thank you all for watching. Have a great day, and I will see you later when I start the other 2 series. Peace.